Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. I'm not 100% sure if this video is going to help this person, but he's got these parts he's going to cut out and glue them, stack them together, but they're really, really rough. I mean, they're terrible. Um, they are even, well, kind of, but you see how rough they are, and they need rounded corners, much like this one I just drew. Couple ways you could do that. I'm going to hit P and put that one in the center of the page. There's several ways you could do this. I'm going to break the, oh, somehow I locked it. I'm going to select it, go up to object. Well, it's not a curve yet, so I can't break it apart, but that doesn't matter. So, and I've changed your pen tool to red hairline, and for the one I'm doing it for, I changed your duplicate distance to 0, 0, because when you make a duplicate, it makes a big difference. This would be really easy to draw. So what we can do is take maybe a 2-point line, hold down the control button so it's perpendicular, and you can see right there that that line on this box is not perpendicular. So I'm going to hit P and put it in the center of the page. I'm going to take this and hit P. Well, my line didn't move, so I thought maybe it was in the center. We're basically going to cut everything off, and so we just have half. Now, I would like to start with straight lines, because this is going to have a lot of nodes that we need to clean it up. Let me select it now. And let me ungroup it. Let me go to object. I still can't break it apart. There we go, we don't have to. So now we've got, see all these nodes? What I'm gonna do is take an indexing line and put it at least where I've got my index lines off, or he did. I'm gonna just kind of designate that corner. And then I'm gonna go up here to this top node, and I'm gonna take that one, I'm gonna go right click, break it apart. And what that did now is I can delete that line, all those lines. So when we come back, we'll make a straight line. Now I'm gonna take the smoothing tool. If you have X7 or above, you have the smoothing tool. And I'm just gonna, let me zoom in here. You don't ever wanna use too big, but in this case, you could use at least this size. And I'm just smoothing it out. So I'm getting rid of those nodes. And you could play around with this for as ever as you want. Now you can see that it's pretty smooth. This line needs to be on that, so I'm going to take the shape tool and move that line to that indexing line. And then you could play around with your curve. And then I'm going to take a 2-point line, and I'm going to go from that edge to that edge, and then go up to that, and that way I've got a square box. I'm just going to see if he's got, see, he doesn't have snap to guidelines on. It would have helped. Let me just draw that again, and you'll see how snap to works. 2-point line, I can go from there, and it just snaps to the intersection. I'm gonna release it, snaps to the node, and so we're good to go. Now you basically, what I would do now, I'd get rid of my indexing line, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the Smart Fill tool. And then I'm gonna nudge that guy over. The reason I did that was just to get a sealed copy of it. Now I'm gonna nudge it back. I'm gonna left click, no fill, right click outline. I really don't need a double node there. So what you can do is take the shape tool, grab both those, right click, break apart, and then you can cut that line out, because I just want that. Now I'm gonna Control D and make a duplicate, and then holding down the control button till you get that 4-point. Now see, I'm gonna back up here. I see right up in here, it's not very smooth. And I don't know, I really don't even know what this, he said I mentioned a pin holder. And see, I've got the copy there still, so delete the copy. So that looks a lot better. As long as you didn't change these two lines, you're good. It could be a little bit better. But now let's Control D, holding down the control button, and mirror it over. And normally with the, it's so close that the smart fill is not going to leak. So I'd fill that in, and then there's your parts. And then make sure it's a hairline if you're going to cut them out. We've got a couple of nodes at the bottom. I don't understand why they're there. But since there's a node up top, what we can do is take the shape tool. Don't really have to, but I'm going to delete them. Don't really have to, I'm going to delete it just to make sure this box is square. And once you've done that, you can go back and look at it, and if it's not right, you can cut it in half. But that looks pretty smooth and pretty, I don't know how you're going to glue them together for the one I'm doing them for. If you, I'm going to have to see a picture of the end result, if you would. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.